Hey guys, welcome to Simply Home and Harvest. I'm Jen, and I thought I would start this channel just for fun to take you along on my gardening journey. So on this channel we'll be just doing all the gardening, all the home things, and hopefully you'll learn a couple things. Maybe you could even teach me some things. Just doing this for fun, just a passion in my heart. Love to garden, love to home make, love to homestead, and something I thought I would just give a shot. So hopefully you'll join me on this journey, subscribe, and let's go. So today I'm planning to put some potatoes in the ground. Something that I did for the first time last year. We actually bought the seed potatoes from a local place, and this year I'm actually planning my own seed potato harvest from last year. So I had some potatoes that we didn't use, that I just kind of let sit actually from probably August or September of last year until now, and it's March here. So they're very ugly. They've sprouted and they've got the eyes on them and everything, and so it's time for them to go back in the ground. But I'm a little hesitant because, you know, I didn't get this from someone who had already started them. So they're definitely going to be an experiment, and this is what they look like. So we just kind of left them in this box over the winter. I'm getting ready to cut them in half, but this is what they look like right now. They're kind of shriveled up. That one's got 2 ends, so we will cut this one in half, and this will be able to make 2 plants, as far as I have done, if I've done my research correctly. So we're gonna try it. I believe this is called chitting potatoes when you do this, when you let them start to sprout on their own. So a lot of you probably have already done this, or you have experience in this. I would love to hear from you, so drop me a comment. Let me know maybe what I can do to improve this, or some things that, maybe some tips that you have from growing potatoes. All right, these are Yukon Golden. Let's get started. About 31 seed potatoes, so that should make a pretty good harvest for us. We're only a family of 4, so that gives us plenty, with maybe a few to share if all goes well, and I really hope all goes well. But you know what, gardening is trial and error, and if it doesn't work out, we'll just try something else. And I thought I would show you my seeds that I went ahead and started yesterday, and it is March 25th here, so I'm a little late for myself, and we're in zone 7, but normally I get these started a little bit earlier. Really, I'm probably still in the time frame where I'm okay, but it's just this year has just been different for me. For some reason I can't seem to get in the groove of being organized, and it's been kind of rainy here, and we've had a lot going on in our family. So anyway, this is where we're at. These are cucumbers, and I thought I would pull out the seed packets and just let you see. I love M.I. Gardner. Those are some of my favorite seeds, and they've proven themselves over the years. We've always seemed to get a really good crop from the M.I. Gardner seeds versus the other store-bought seeds, so I highly recommend them. They're also very inexpensive, and just a wonderful company to work with. So this is what I've planted. I did scale back the cucumbers this year because I've got probably 30 jars of pickles downstairs that we just didn't get to, and so we have, like I said, we get an abundance of cucumber crop, and so this year I thought I would scale down a little bit. But these are the Wisconsin cucumber, and those are more like your smaller cucumbers. Get like the little munchers, I guess. If you would buy them in the store, these would be like the muncher cucumbers, but they're good for pickles, of course. Of course, I think any cucumber is good for eating or pickles, but I've got, I believe, 4 of those planted in these smaller cups. And then over here, I have the Space Master cucumbers. And these are the longer ones. And still, you know, I don't know that I have a favorite variety. Both of those have done well in the past, so that's why I went ahead and decided to continue with those. Also, on a side note, and I might get some feedback on this, but these are last year's seeds. I keep my seeds and I try to keep them in a cool place, and we'll just see. We'll see if they come back, or if they come up. Like I said, trial and error, but that's what we're gonna do for this year. And then right here, I've got, yes, I've got some green peppers. I've got 2 green peppers here, and then, like, I just used what I had this year, y'all. It's not color coordinated. Normally I try to do better. I'm telling you, this year has just been different. These 2 are also the green pepper. And the green pepper I picked up at Aldi. 59 cents for this pack of seeds. I had told myself I wasn't gonna start green pepper seeds because I have not had luck with them in the past, the last couple years. I mean, even buying them already started at the store, it's just, we have just not, I don't know what's been going on, but we have not had a good harvest of green peppers. But 59 cents for a pack, I thought, you know, why not? I'll give it a shot. So those are green pepper plants. I have 4 of those started. And then here we have the Homestead tomatoes. I've got 2 Homestead tomatoes here. Oh, these are wonderful. All the tomatoes from In My Gardener, I cannot say enough about this company. Their seeds they yield some of the most delicious, I guess we could say fruit technically for the tomato, but just the most delicious vegetables and fruits out there. So those are Homestead, and then we have some more Homestead up here. That's the delicious. Anyway, this is I think I've got either 4 or 6 of the delicious tomato. My neighbor actually told me about this variety, how good it was. So I gave it a try one year and he was right. I was sort of hooked on them. They're wonderful tomatoes for eating. They're wonderful tomatoes for canning, for salsa. I mean, they really cover a lot of different areas. So great tomato variety if you're looking for something to grow that's very versatile. I highly recommend the delicious tomatoes. And then, of course, my favorite, one of my favorites, and I believe there's 4 of these up here, the Roma tomatoes. Wonderful for salads. We eat a lot of salads, especially this time of year, summer and spring. Wonderful variety. So that's what we have. This is what I've got started. And this is my garden window. And if we ever bought another house without a garden window, I'd be very sad because I love this window. And this time of year, you know, it kind of clutters up the kitchen a little bit. We've got garden soil, you know, falling around the sink and stuff, but the garden window really does its job, and it creates a little greenhouse, and we always just seem to have wonderful success growing them in this little window. So, all right, back to potato planting. All right, so heading down to the garden. Just wanted to give you a little overview of what things look like. My husband and father-in-law rebuilt our garden last year and doubled it in size. These were fence posts from a family member's farm that they were no longer using, so they're very special to us, but we still have not cut the post down level with the fence. I don't know if we're going to at this point, but anyway, my husband, he built this wonderful garden gate, which I love, for our garden. And we've got some seeds already in the ground over here. I'll take you over there and show you a couple of little sprouts popping up. But as you can see, I mean, it's not huge. We live on a little shy of an acre here, and so we just try to use the space that we have, but big enough for us. You can see I already got my box of potatoes in there ready to get started, and hopefully I've got a helper. My son is coming to help me do some digging, so hopefully he'll make his way out here soon. All right, so let's see. Thought I saw some broccoli popping up. This first row is the broccoli that I planted. Of course, you know, the lovely little weeds are sprouting too, but if you look closely, you can see these little, looks like little clovers. Those are the start of broccoli. So that's very encouraging. I'm gonna have to, of course, thin it out, but some little seedlings there popping up. And then this next row is lettuce. And that ended up staying on the side so I could remember, but you'll see, you can look, you can tell this right here is the lettuce. And I don't do any weeding during this time because I don't want to disturb any of the plants that are taking root. But you know, once they get a little bit taller, we can weed. That'll be easier to do. So that rose lettuce, that's coming up. Now, the rain washed the writing off of this sign, but I think this is a salad mix because I see this little one right here. I believe this is a salad mix. I think I was, you know, trying to get that beside the lettuce, and I see a couple of little sprouts. So I believe that's what that is. And then our next row got washed off too. But I'm pretty sure these are carrots, and never grown carrots. I do hear that they take a while to sprout, and honestly not sure what I'm looking for. These might be the carrots. I don't know. I guess time will tell how well they do, but that's it. That's all that's in the ground right now. Still a little bit early here to do too much. Of course, we're gonna try the potatoes, and something has gotten in the garden. I don't know what those are, but interesting. Maybe a mole. I think that's what it is. Oh, great. All right, here's our spot. Ready to dig up some soil, plant our potatoes. This is the place we put them last year. So I'm hoping that we had a wonderful harvest last year. Hopefully the same will happen. We've had a lot of rain, so the soil is a little bit clay-like today, but I'm hoping we can get it loose because the potatoes definitely like the loose soil, and then we'll continue to cover them as they grow. Okay, so this soil is a little heavier to move than we thought. Got my helper here. Alex is helping to plant them. We may need to space them a little bit further apart. I'm not sure. Normally my husband helps me, but he had to work today, so, and this is a good day according to the Farmer's Almanac to get them in the ground, so we went ahead without him. But anyway, we're hoping we get them deep enough. Like I said, trial and error. We'll just hope for the best, right, Alex? Yep. Looks neat though. You're doing well. Good job. So I did a tiny row right here, but basically got 3 rows out of it, out of that box that's now empty. So that should be about 30 potato plants. And you can see I did mound the dirt up a little bit. I did that by hand. I don't know what happened over here. It's just so, the ground is so soft and muddy that I did lose the mound. But what I'm telling myself is, don't go past this post. So from this post to the end there, this is all potatoes, so I can remember that. That's hard work. But rewarding all the same if we can get some harvest from these potatoes. Okay, so I think I'm gonna sign off. We have a busy day. My daughter is going to her junior homeschool formal tonight, so we've got to stop and get ready for that, and do hair and makeup and all the things. So I'm going to transition to a different world, from gardening and dirt to glitz and glamour. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and hope you'll stick around. Just gonna do this for fun, see what happens. Stay tuned.